could also be Brazil's biggest environmental disaster. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has confirmed he is going to order the removal of a team of international observers from Hebron. The team has been in the city for 20 years. Netanyahu, though, says he won't allow what he calls the continuing presence of an international force that acts against Israel. The so-called temporary international presence was set up as a security measure after an illegal settler killed 29 Palestinians in 1994 at the Ibrahimi Mosque. It's a site holy to both Jews and Muslims. Anis Kassim is a Palestinian expert on international law. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. You're speaking to us from Amman. Why would Benjamin Netanyahu believe that this team acts against the interests of Israel?
First of all, we should recall that this observer team came about because of Netanyahu's refuse to implement the interim agreement of 1995. Now, this team has been working for 20 years in Hebron, documenting the abuses that 400 settlers or so in Hebron, what they are doing to 160,000 Palestinians in Hebron. They documented the practices, the abuses, the uprooting, the demolishing of the Palestinian life in Hebron. And they submitted this report secretly to the states participating in the observers team. And they are documenting the abuses and the crimes committed by the Israeli army and the Israeli settlers. And I think that's what upsets Netanyahu, is that they reveal the crimes that are being committed by the occupying forces and the settlers.
And does this point in the direction of Israel continuing to build illegal settlements? I mean, in the past 12 months at least, there have been parts of occupied territories where the Israelis have tried to move Palestinians away. Specifically, it's believed because more illegal settlements are going to be built. Is this part of that same picture?
That is exactly part of it. And they are increasing their attacks against Hebron because the settlement in Hebron originally started in Hebron 1, which is on the eastern part of the city. Now they want to push inside the city further, and they have encircled Hebron with many settlements in the neighborhood and in the surrounding villages.
Anis Kassim, you're an international lawyer. What can international law do about protecting the rights of Palestinians? Because it seems that Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't really care.
Not only Netanyahu doesn't care, but also the sponsor of this terrorism, which is the American government now. It is supporting Israel all the way and all through. And they are obstructing any move against enforcing international law against the occupying forces. There is the International Criminal Court. There are sanctions that the United Nations can implement against Israel. And we have plenty of documents prepared by international tribunals and international, the United Nations, the Human Rights Council, the Goldstone Report. All of these documents carefully authenticate the practices of the Israeli and the occupying forces and the settlers. And these are, and I can say without reservation, there is not a single principle of international law that has not been violated repeatedly by the Israeli forces and the Israeli settlers in the occupied territories.
Anis Kassim, we really appreciate you joining us on TRT World. Thank you very much.